A while back, I ranked Arc 1 Wings of Fire ships. Those ships were ships involving the main characters, which I had some divisive opinions on. People have asked me for my opinion on Arc 2 Wings of Fire ships. I figured that I can't deny the people, so here it is. Just a note for the Kinkajou Watcher Triangle, I'll be covering the ship not under Moon, but under Winter and Qibli, as I want to talk about a different ship for Moon. And before we get started, if you're new to this channel, please think about subscribing. I regularly post both Wings of Fire and Worldcats content, so you'll never be bored. And to my current subscribers, thank you so much for supporting me. I wouldn't have gotten here without y'all. Now, without further ado, let's get started with the video with our first ship, Kinkajou and Moon. Kinkajou and Moon is the one that I can see, but I'm not obsessed over. I think that they work together well as a pair. Kinkajou helped Moon emerge from her shell after she arrived at Jade Mountain Academy. In the same way, Moon can help Kinkajou. Moon can help Kinkajou learn how to read and also can rein in some of Kinkajou's wilder impulses. Kinkajou is a rainwing who has her emotions on her scales all the time, so she didn't take too long to adjust to the whole mind mirror thing, though she initially was disturbed at the violation of her privacy. Both of them can relate to the other's experiences of feeling outside their tribe. Moon was quite literally raised outside of hers in the rainforest. Kinkajou had her disappearance ignored by most of her tribe, and when she returned, the others didn't understand her trauma and why she felt so urgent to get back at the Nightwings. One of the things that could get in the way of the relationship is Kinkajou's feelings about Nightwings. Kinkajou was traumatized by her experience with Nightwings, and I suspect the incident with Shapeshifter / Chameleon and Darkstalker didn't help with that one bit. However, Kinkajou has been a good friend to Moon despite her tribe. Soon after she meets Moon, she even says that she doesn't even consider Moon a Nightwing, which is a bit gross, but confirms that Kinkajou does not have a problem with Moon based off a tribe. I still feel like that's a point in their relationship that will need to be solved if they ever get together though. This is not my OTP, I will not diss it. I think that the two work well together. If you refer to the ship as Kink Watcher though, it will instantly become my no TP. I'll have to give this ship an A. Next, let's talk about Winter Watcher. I don't think it works. A lot of people say it's because Winter isn't good enough for Moon, but I think it's the other way around. Winter consistently has had his feelings invalidated by Moon, especially in Darkness of Dragons. Winter has just been mind controlled by Darkstalker, and his entire tribe is suffering from a plague caused by him, which may be killing his entire family. If you were in his shoes and then your crush says, "He wouldn't do that, he's so nice to me," would you not go a bit insane? That they aren't listening to you, instead listening to a dragon that's been around for less time than you? Winter doesn't attack her. He breaks a single vase, on accident, and is made to feel like a monster who's lashing out over a little reason. I mean, like he's making a mountain out of a molehill, when he's actually trying to confront her about a serious thing that she's trying to ignore. It's no wonder that Winter rejoined the Ice Wings after that. With friends like that, who needs enemies? He probably felt as though Moon and the rest of the Jade Winglet wouldn't have what it takes to stop Darkstalker, because Moon was protecting him and still felt as though he could be saved. When it comes to Winter not being good enough for Moon though, I do see that perspective as well. There's a lot wrong with Winter, and a woman does not need to be a therapist for a partner or to fix him. Winter's attraction to Moon can also be seen more as a forbidden fruit than actual attraction. Him subconsciously lashing out against the strict rules of the Ice Kingdom in any way that he could after being given a bit of slack. Even if they got together, I doubt that Winter Watcher would work in the long run. Winter Watcher is a fascinating thought experiment. I love their dynamic, but I just can't see them in a long-term romantic partnership. I have to give them a C. We have Peril after that. I've already talked about my opinions on this ship in the past, but it's not a crime for me to go over them again. My problem with this ship is that Peril has a version of Clay in her head that simply doesn't exist. She romanticizes him as perfect with no flaws. She does this to such a point that she views him as a moral compass, and without him, she feels as though she's evil and all of her morals go out the window, and she's even a bit right about that. If they got into a relationship, she would get to spend more time with Clay, and he would open up more. When he begins to show some of his flaws and insecurities, I worry that she will no longer be interested in him, as he isn't the perfect dragon she made him out to be in his mind. Or even worse, she could be furious that he isn't the dragon that she thought he was, and that he's not living up to her expectations. Though Clay has a lot to give to Peril, it doesn't apply much the other way around. I feel as though as they got into a relationship, it would just drain Clay. Peril has a lot of growing up to do before she gets into a relationship with Clay, or anyone else. Only once she finds out who she is on her own terms should she get into a relationship. Because as it is, she might begin to obsess over her partner, which could be incredibly unhealthy. I rank this ship as a B. I can see where it's heading, but I don't think they are ready to date just yet. After that, we have Turtleju. I've done a video on this one as well, but that one I posted over a year ago now, so it's fine to talk about it again, I think. The largest problem that people have with Turtleju is of course the love spell. An enemy enchants Kinkajou to love Turtle, thinking she is doing her brother a favor, and she is rightfully horrified by this. During Talons of Power, Kinkajou and Turtle work together to uncover Darkstalker's secrets. One can see how they work well together. Kinkajou is extroverted and helps bring out the brave side of Turtle. Turtle is quiet and reserved, able to keep a cool head on when Kinkajou might not be able to. Despite the fact that this is not real, and they are under a love spell, one can see how the relationship would be good if it happened to be real. And Turtle is aware that this is not real. He never makes moves on Kinkajou and is uncomfortable with the entire situation. Kinkajou does not blame Turtle for a spell, she rightfully blames an enemy. However, she considers them even after an enemy is placed after a mind control spell of her own. She does not hold against Turtle, though she refrains from getting into a relationship with him because she is still unsure whether the spell is influencing her emotions or not, and Turtle is okay with that. Even so, it is hinted that the two could have a future relationship after Kinkajou sorts her feelings out. The two of them are not perfect, with Kinkajou being a tad bit racist towards Nightwings, and Turtle's dubious record when it comes to spells, such as enchanting his own sister. However, I feel like the two of them really do bring out the best in each other, as shown in Talons of Power. Despite the shaky start to their relationship, I believe that the two may be able to overcome it and become great partners, so I have to give them an A. And finally, we have Moonblee. A major insecurity of Moon's is her powers. Throughout the book, she feels scared over her powers. After they are revealed to the world, she is bashful and embarrassed, and before that, she is made to feel like a monster for something she can't control, which is reading minds. Qibli not only accepts Moon's mind reading, he sees it as something to be cherished. After a lifetime of fear from her mother, who told her to stay secret, stay hidden, and stay safe, he told her that it's okay to be different and can even be a blessing. Though this could lead to Qibli using Moon for her power, it's been shown numerous times that even though he is very ambitious, he doesn't crave power entirely and see it as an end goal for all of his actions. If he was that way, he would have accepted the Animus charm, and we would have a much different series than the one we have right now. Qibli brings out the serious side of Moon, and she brings out the calm side of him. Both of them, at their core, are older than they appear and are mature for their ages, though they do slip up, such as the Sandstorm and Moon's naivety when it came to Darkstalker. My major problem with this ship is the confession scene. It feels too fanficky. The entire time I was reading it, I was thinking, Moon would not say that. But that scene is just a small part of the ship as a whole. I have to give this ship a B. Though I find it a tad bit stale for my taste, there's nothing wrong with it. So here's the final rankings. Where do you rank the ships? Comment down below. I've been thinking of doing a larger Keener Watcher video explaining how it is the one true love triangle in fiction, so tell me if you'd like to see that as well. If you like this video, feel free to subscribe. I make Wings of Fire and Warrior Cats videos pretty often, and your support would mean a lot to me. And to those who've already subscribed, thank you for your continued support. I wouldn't have gotten here without y'all. Peace, Rogan out.